Well, now that I've finished bashing the Five Nights at Freddy game franchise, I think it's about time that I now bash the upcoming movie. Haha! You think a little butthurt's gonna face me? Nah, no. You don't know anything about Scottish people. One thing about Scottish people, we're not afraid of shit! Except for my triophobia, but that's unrelated! So yeah, like I said in my last video, I'm not very happy there's going to be a film based on the game this soon. It's only a year old. I don't feel comfortable with it being that soon. If it was going to be a movie, then fine, but have it a few years later. But I'm willing to give it a chance, but only if it has elements in it that I think are needed for the movie. So this is going to be a list of those. So if any of you are watching this and you happen to work at Warner Brothers, get your notepad out and listen to me. So, without further ado, here are the 7 things that need to happen in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I feel so alive! Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-chingaree. Money, oh money, how I love thee. Cha-ching, cha-chong, cha-changaroo. From pennies to dollars and out to do. Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
The movie should be set in the first game. Okay, I'm going to be swift on this one. The first game was probably the scariest. And not only because of the factors I listed in the last list, the whole thing feels very tight and claustrophobic, which I think creates a better atmosphere. If you ever notice in a lot of horror films, it is very claustrophobic. Like, there's no way for you to escape from any of the enemies or monsters that are looking around, which I think is a great thing, and I think the first game does that very well. The other games feel a bit too big, and they have a bit too much space. Like, you notice that the horror attraction and the second pizzeria are much bigger, which I don't think has the same effect. So, yeah, if I had it my way, I would say the film should be based in the pizzeria that's in the first game, because it has the best atmosphere.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
No communication between Mike and the animatronics. Now, the reason I say this is because it would feel more like a fan-made film if this happened, and this is a big budget movie. It shouldn't do that, so I really don't want it to. It should stick to the game's established plot. And I feel that it would annoy people, and me, if the animatronics and Mike actually talked to each other or something stupid like that. One thing about Five Nights at Freddy's, the robots are coming to kill him, and Mike has to do everything in his power to avoid them. It can't stray away from that, or it's going to piss people off, especially me!
Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
Seeing the pizzeria during the day. Okay, I can't say an awful lot about this, but I really want to see what it's like during the day. I just think it'd be really interesting to see what kind of restaurant this is, and what effect the animatronics have. And maybe it could be a flashback to the Bay 87 or something, I don't know. But it just sounds really cool. So, yeah, not an awful lot to say, but yeah, I want that.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
Keeping to the 4 main animatronics, and by that I mean the animatronics from the first game. The setting aside, it would just get too crowded if they had all the animatronics in the later games in the film. So I feel as though keeping to the original 4 is the best way to go. Because, well, there's the main fact that it's the first 4 animatronics that people love the most and would want them to be the focus of the film. Me included, which is why I said it. And if you're wondering about main character, just wait for the next one.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
All of the animatronics have to be equal. I don't know what else to say.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
Do not make Foxy more important than the others. I swear to God, if I find out that that's what's going on in this film, I'm never seeing it. No. And if I was watching the film and it turns out, I would just walk out of the cinema right there and then. As you know, I don't like Foxy. So, yeah, if the film is about him, I'm not going to enjoy it. And a small minority of us won't either. And I know that Scott is aware of Foxy's popularity and will probably get the fans what they want, which just annoys me even more. I don't want a story about Foxy the fucking pirate fox. I want a story about Five Nights at Freddy's. So, no, just no.
I feel so alive. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-chingery. Money, oh money, how I love thee. Cha-ching, cha-chong, cha-changaroo. From pennies to dollars, the amount will do. Cha-ching, cha-ching, it's no contest. There's only one thing that I love the best.
Scott needs to oversee everything. And that's all I really have to say. Scott must be involved in the project or it will suck. It's his job, it's his game, he knows it way better than anybody else. He needs to have a role in the making of this film. Otherwise, I will guarantee it will be awful. Really, it will. And I know that most of us don't want that. Me? I really couldn't care less. But if this and the other things that I mentioned were in this film, it would make me a little bit more interested. I probably still won't see it, but it would mean that it'd be better than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah. For the number one thing that's needed for this film, Scott must be involved. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this stupid little video that I just decided to make. If you did, go on and give it a like, and if you really want to, you can subscribe. You don't have to though, it's your choice, I really don't mind. So, thanks again guys, have a good day, cheers.